When you're buying a house, the home inspector will be your friend, but they can't be your hero. Hi, it's Greg Powers with Keller Williams Metropolitan, and this is Real Estate Smarts in under 2 minutes. So what do I mean by that? Well, first of all, and most importantly, the home inspector is not an expert in every system in the house. Their job is to take a careful look through the house and look for obvious defects or signs of potential major issues. If they see anything like that, they will recommend that you bring in an expert. So they may see some leaking or corrosion around the furnace. They can't tell you if it works or not, but at that point, you can bring in a furnace service person to really examine it carefully. In other words, the inspector is your first line of defense, but not the last line. Second thing to remember is that a house doesn't pass or fail an inspection. The inspection may turn up issues, but it's really up to you, the buyer, to decide whether you can accept those and go ahead with the purchase, whether you want to ask the seller to deal with them or credit you at closing, or whether you just want to back out of the deal and get your deposit back. The third thing I would mention, and this doesn't happen very often, but don't try to get a free inspection. So occasionally it happens that a house goes under contract, that buyer backs out of the deal for whatever reason, and then you want to purchase that house. Now you may be tempted to reach out to that buyer and see if they're willing to share the home inspection report with you. But you shouldn't do that for two reasons. First of all, that inspection is a contract between the inspector and the buyer, and it provides important liability protections to the inspector. So the inspector would never allow a buyer to share their report with someone else whom they do not have a contract with. They don't always know about it, but still. The second reason is that you don't want to rely on someone else's inspection. You should be there for the inspection if at all possible. You should listen to the inspector and understand what's happening. So don't try and cheap out and go free. It's well worth the cost of an inspection. So there you go. I'm happy to answer any other questions you have about inspections or any other phase of the home buying process, and I'd be happy to help you or anyone you know. So stay in touch, stay well, and I'll see you next time.